If not, just welcome. I'm going to read to you. And it's already getting late and the sun is setting. And I really wanted the light. But alas, we do what we can. We do what we can. Let me see if I can catch some light though, because God bless. Boo, boo, boo. I can do this. Somebody's car. It's not my car. Somebody's car. No, that's a weird car. Let's see what we got. Ba, 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 da, da. There's no glass, like. Oh, spiders. No. Let's see. I'm probably just gonna have to go inside. Cause it's getting dark anyways. Hi friends. That's not my license plate, fun fact. Please don't stalk me. Thanks. That's not mine though, actually. It's so dark in here. I'm here like, oh, I can just get the natural light from this area. Nope. Not as cute. But whatever. We do what we can. We do what we can. Boom. Boom, baby. Light. Lighterina. Okay. I'm just gonna sit here. That makes the light behind me. That puts the light before me. And there's nowhere for me to put my shit. Let's see. How are you guys feeling? What are you up to? Are you ready to read this book with me? Are you excited to read the book? Guys, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Maybe just not the sounds behind me again. I need that. Like, come on. That's what we need. I did not prepare myself as best as I could for this because I'm winging it. You know how we do. Is that too warm? Way too warm. I look like a little potato. A little tomato potato. Ooh, I have a plan. Ooh, I have a super plan. Are you ready for this? This is called figuring it out. This is what I like to call making shit work. Okay? I've already read it. Well, if you've already read the book, that's fine. When was the last time you read it? If you did read it, when did you read it? I saw some people tell me that they read it in school. What school did you go to? Are you American? Are you not American? I'm curious. I'm curious about you. There we go. Boom. Boom. Is that good? Can you see me well? That's better. It's not like the natural light that I was hoping for, but it's doing something, and that's what matters. That's what matters, right? Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Hello, friends. Now let's actually get into it. 1984. I'm starting a book club, and it is called the Coven Book Club, and you guys are all welcome to be a part of it. I'm going to be reading to you on Sundays usually. Today's Monday, but usually it'll be a Sunday. And if it's not the Sunday, I will follow up on Monday. Either way, you're going to get me one of those 2 days. And this is the book that we're starting with. Okay. And I'm going to come on here and I'm going to read to you guys. And then we're going to do Q&A discussions. I'm going to like add some fans in and stuff, but that's going to be in the subscribe tier. So if you're a part of the subscribe tier, we begin. And if you're not, it's okay. Either next time or this time. Depends on you. Depends on what you want to do. But I understand waiting until I'm consistent. So no worries. So we're going to start on chapter 1. I was initially going to read the intro to you guys first before you guys like went and got your book so we could start together. But I started reading the intro and I was very bored by it. So here I am reading you chapter 1 instead. Are we starting again or from Fruity Boys? We're starting again. We gotta start again because it's new peeps. New people are here. Okay. So I'll send the lip combo at the end of the conversation. Because first what happened to Women Who Run with Wolves? So we can do that one next. I felt like this one was really, really relevant to the moment. And I keep feeling like I need creative outlets. I need creative outlets for how to deal with what the fuck is going on. And I feel like I love reading and I've never read this book. And I wanted to read this book with you guys because I feel like we're just going to have that. I feel like the book club's going to be a thing. Like I could just feel it in my spirit. También, si tú estás aquí y tú no me entiendes ni cojones de lo que estoy hablando, y si tú quieres estar en el book club con nosotros, pero yo sí te voy a leer en inglés, pero si quieres estar con nosotros, si quieres escogerte este libro en tu idioma para poder leer con nosotros en tu mundito, está bien. ¿Ok? Cógetelo en tu idioma. Cómpratelo en tu idioma, coge el audiobook, lo que sea, pero si quieres ser parte de esto, por favor, hazlo con nosotros. Está bien. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Chapter 1. I feel like I should drink water before I really fully start this. I'm parched. Also, let me go ahead and also plug in my phone. So there's no regrets. No regrets. Okay, this one is intense. Yes, it's intense. But it's also just a book, right? It's just sci-fi, just fiction. No. It's giving these motherfucking billionaires read this book in school and we're like, that's a good idea. Supposedly, but I don't know. That's what I've been told. We're going to read it. Chapter 1. It was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13. Already great. Winston Smith, his chin nuzzled into his breast in an effort to escape the vile wind, slipped quickly through the glass doors of Victory Maisons, though not quickly enough to prevent a swirl of gritty dust from entering along with him. The hallway smelt of boiled cabbage and old rag mats. At one end of it, a colored poster, too large for indoor display, had been tacked to the wall. It depicted simply an enormous face, more than a meter wide, the face of a man about 45, with a heavy black mustache and ruggedly handsome features. Winston made for the stairs. It was no use trying the lift. Even at the best of times, it was seldom working, and at present the electric current was cut off during daylight hours. It was part of the economy drive in preparation for Hate Week. The flat was 7 flights up. Flat is apartment, in case you didn't know that. The flat was, where am I? Okay. The flat was 7 flights up, and Winston, who was 39, had a varicose ulcer above his right ankle, went slowly, resting several times on the way. On each landing, opposite the lift shaft, the poster with the enormous face gazed from the wall. It was one of those pictures which was so contrived that the eyes follow you about when you move. Big Brother is watching you, the caption beneath it ran. Inside the flat, a fruity voice was reading out a list of figures which had something to do with the production of pig iron. The voice came from an oblong metal plaque, like a dulled mirror, which formed part of the surface of the right-hand wall. Winston turned a switch, and the voice sank somewhat, though the words were still distinguishable. The instrument, the telescreen it was called, could be dimmed, but there was no way of shutting it off completely. He moved over to the window, A smallish, frail figure, the meagerness of his body merely emphasized by the blue overalls, which were the uniform of the party. His hair was very fair, and his face, his hair was very fair, his face naturally sanguine. Sanguine. What the fuck is this word? See, this is why we're gonna do this. What the fuck does sanguine mean? Can somebody Google that for me or something? I'm gonna type it into the chat so you can hear. Sanguine. I'm assuming it means like gaunt. I'm assuming it means like, you know what I mean? Can somebody tell me? I sent it in the chat. I sent it in the chat. Check. Anybody? God, I wish I had better light. Overheads. Anybody? Optimistic. Optimistic. It's in English, Shaliana. It's in English. I'm screaming. Girl, what type of language? Optimistic or positive, especially in an apparently bad or difficult situation. Period. Now we know. Okay, so he's a dummy. He's looking optimistic. Okay. Am I pronouncing it right? Sanguine? Who gives a fuck? Sanguine. It looks like penguin. Okay. His hair was very fair. His face naturally sanguine. I know I'm saying that shit wrong, bro. I know. His hair was fair. His hair was fair and his face was sanguine. Can someone send me like a phonetic breakdown? Orwell is dangerous. Okay, tigresa. So is thinking for yourself. San, that did not help me separating San and Gwyn. The point is knowing how to say the Gwyn part. Is it Gwyn? Gwyn? It feels like Gwyn, like genuine. Girl, I'm so tired. We just started. Sanguine. Perfect. Sanguine. We're back. We're back. Pull it back. His face was sanguine. Where's that word? Okay. His skin roughened by coarse soap and blunt razor blades and the cold of the winter that had just ended. Outside, even through the shut window pane, the world looked cold. Guys, I can read, I promise. Down in the street, little eddies of wind were whirling dust and torn paper into spirals. And though the sun was shining and the sky a harsh blue, there seemed to be no color in anything except the posters that were plastered everywhere. The black mustachioed face gazed down from every commanding corner. There was one on the house front immediately opposite. Big Brother is watching you, the caption said, while the dark eyes looked deep into Winston's own. Down at street level, another poster, torn at one corner, flapped fitfully in the wind, alternately, alternately covering and uncovering the single word, ing sock. INGSOC in caps. Ing sock. Ing sock. I don't know what the freak. Well, I'm sure we're gonna get that breakdown at some point. Currently, don't know what that word means. Okay. In the far distance, a helicopter skimmed down between the roofs, hovered for an instant like a blue bottle, and darted away again with a curving flight. It was the police patrol, snooping into people's windows. The patrols did not matter, however. Only the thought police mattered. Behind Winston's back, the voice from the telescreen was still babbling away about pig iron and the overfulfillment of the 3-year plan. The telescreen received and transmitted simultaneously. Any sound that Winston made above the level of a lower whisper would be picked up by it. Siri, Google, Alexa. Anyways. Okay. Any sound that Winston made above the level of a very low whisper could be picked up by it. Moreover, so long as he remained within the field of vision which the metal plaque commanded, he could be seen as well as heard. There was, of course, no way of knowing whether you were being watched at any given moment. How often or on what system the thought police plugged in on any individual wire was guesswork. It was even conceivable that they watched everybody all the time. But at any rate, they could plug in your wire whenever they wanted to. You had to live, did live. What? You had to live, did live from habit that became instinct. Oh, the word is live. Okay, we're back. You had to live, did live from habit that became instinct, in the assumption that every sound you made was overheard, and except in darkness, every movement scrutinized. I live like this kind of a little bit. Winston kept his back turned to the telescreen. It was safer, though, as he well knew, even a back can be revealing. A kilometer away, the Ministry of Truth, his place of work, towered vast and white above the grimy landscape. This, he thought, was a sort of vague distaste. This was London, chief city of Airstrip 1, itself the third most populous of the provinces of Oceania. He tried to squeeze out some childhood memory that should tell him whether London had always been quite like this. Were there always these vistas of rotting 19th century houses, their sides shored up with balks of timber, their windows patched with cardboard, and their roofs with corrugated iron, their crazy garden walls sagging in all directions, and the bomb sites where the plaster dust swirled in the air, and the willow herbs straggled over the heaps of rubble, and the places where the bombs had cleared a larger path, and there had sprung up sordid colonies of wooden dwellings like chicken houses? But it was no use. He could not remember. Nothing remained of his childhood except a series of bright lit tableaux. What the fuck is tableau? Tableau, everybody. Another word. Another word. What's tableau? Let's bring the dictionary next time. Yeah, thank you, Giovanna. Yes, everyone, you're going to be required to get one of these and a dictionary. And I'm also going to get a dictionary so that I can do that in real time. Because obviously this is on my phone, so. Not I plugged. Guys, I said I was going to plug in my phone and I literally plugged in my laptop. Oops. An interesting girl, an interesting girl. Yes, this is officially the first book, by the way. This is the first book we're reading is 1984 Orwell. If you're new here or are just joining us, we're reading the first chapter right now. Okay? Oh, spell it out. Tableau. Tableau. I'm assuming that's how you say it. There's an X though, but the X's at the end are usually silent from my experience. All that remained was the tableau, occurring against no background and mostly unintelligible. Assuming since a French word like a painting, a motionless picture or painting. A striking scene. Okay. Well, there you have it. I'm not going to buy an iPad just to search words while I read. All right. The Ministry of Truth, Minitru in Newspeak, was startlingly different from any other object in sight. It was an enormous pyramidal structure of glittering white concrete soaring up, terrace after terrace, 300 meters into the air. From where Winston stood, it was just possible to read, picked out on its white face, in elegant lettering, the three slogans of the party: War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. The Ministry of Truth contained, it was said, 3,000 rooms above ground level and corresponding ramifications below. Scattered about London, there was just 3 other buildings of similar appearance and size. So completely did they dwarf the surrounding architecture that from the roof of Victory Maisons, you could see all 4 of them simultaneously. They were the homes of the 4 ministries between the entire apparatus of government was divided. Between which the entire apparatus of government was divided. The Ministry of Truth, which concerned itself with news, entertainment, education, and the fine arts. The Ministry of Peace, which concerned itself with war. The Ministry of Love, which maintained law and order. And the Ministry of Plenty, which was responsible for economic affairs. Their names in Newspeak, Mini True, Mini Pax, Mini Love, and Mini Plenty. The Ministry of Love was the really frightening one. There were no windows in it at all. Winston had never been inside the Ministry of Love, nor within half a kilometer of it. It was a place impossible to enter except on official business, and then only by penetrating through a maze of barbed wire entanglements, steel doors, and hidden machine gun nests. Even the streets leading up to its outer barriers were roamed by gorilla-faced guards in black uniforms armed with jointed truncheons. Jointed truncheons. I'm not sure what that is either. We are on chapter 1. What are you guys hating? I want to know. I want to know. Reveal yourself. Ho. You either want to hear or you don't. It's up to you. This is what the class is doing today. Okay? There's no new word. I think, I guess, what's a truncheon? I don't know what a truncheon is. Do you guys know what you don't know what an apparatus? An apparatus is like a thing, like a tool or something, like an apparatus. Truncheon. It's like luncheon. Truncheon. Sent it. Something to hit? Like an equipment? Like a baton? It's a what? Is it like a baton? I'm gonna tag who did my makeup. Okay, it's like a baton in the UK. Okay. Thank you, Siri. Okay. Winston turned round abruptly. He had set his features into the expression of quiet optimism, which it was advisable to